Drips. Everything you need to know about that is what we're going to cover on the program today. First up, let's take a look at what's all coming up on the program. The luxury detox, the high-end health fix, how India's elites stay healthy and glowing, IV drips, infrared sauna, body sculpting and much more.
And the TBC tribute to Shyam Benegal, the pioneer of Indian parallel cinema, the veteran filmmaker, passed away at the age of 90. He just turned 90 this month. He's a legendary filmmaker, and his film, replete with social commentary, is what we're going to be celebrating right here on the show.
Also on the program, tiny pill, big impact, how a robotic capsule is actually becoming a fix for several non-invasive diagnostics. Is this the future of endoscopy? Internal scans without any invasive procedure. What is this Pillbot? A report coming up.
And after that, despite that the NCR region saw sprinkling through the day yesterday, it doesn't actually mean the AQI has gotten much better, even if it feels like it does. We bring up the numbers for you, but the Delhi NCR region still very much in the severe category.
And that's not it. We've also got the Mini Cooper S review coming up on the program. Overdrive brings you the verdict. The affluent are taking health and wellness to new heights in the country. Luxury clinics across India offer intravenous drips like the very popular Myers cocktail for quick energy boost, detoxification, anti-aging is what they claim as well. Now these IV therapies, starting at anywhere between 2,500 rupees, which is for one session that is, cater to about high pressure lifestyles, pre-vacation prep, some post-party recovery as well. But beyond IV drips, far infrared sauna, a sort of a sauna that sort of again claims to be doing a lot of detoxification, claims to be bringing in anti-aging therapies as well. Colon hydrotherapy have all become quite popular in the detoxification and gut health sector, while chiropractic and physiotherapy sessions address stress-related injuries and screen fatigue. All of this is happening all around us. These are trends that everybody here in Delhi NCR are also picking up.
So clinics across the country actually are buzzing. You have top executives, homemakers, teenagers sometimes even, all looking for innovative solutions to counter stress, hectic schedules and lifestyle challenges. In a world where networking, business, social commitments all demand that you look good, these are high-tech treatments that promise to make you look good but also keep you relaxed and feeling energized. Women in particular, it seems, are opting for non-invasive treatments, and we'll talk a little bit more about what those treatments are right here on the show. But as we are right in the middle of holiday season, partying's taking place already in full swing, we thought this was the right time to explore how so many people in the Delhi NCR region choose to recover from that partying, choose to look their best. Dr. Saurabh Mangal, the Director of Health Sense Physio and Wellness Clinic, is with us. And Dr. Preeti Nanda Sibbal, she's India's leading functional medicine expert and the creator of Cyclic Keto. She's with us here this morning to tell us a little bit more about all of these treatments. Let's go over to Dr. Preeti first, just to understand a little bit more. Dr. Preeti, good morning. Just tell us first, just an overview. What are the treatments that we see Delhi's wealthy, India's wealthy opting for? And when we say, the cost, tell us about the ranges involved. What are the most popular treatments? Give us the overview first.
So, thank you for having me here, and thank you for taking this topic up, because I think this is not a luxury. This is what we need to do in the environment we are living. So, IV therapies, our gut health is becoming so compromised that we all are almost nutritionally deficient. The food has less nutrition and we have less absorption. And IV therapies help us take the direct route and get those nutrients in our body. Simple IV therapies like glutathione and vitamin C help in improving collagen synthesis, help in anti-aging, help in improving your skin complexion, and most importantly, it helps in getting away from fatigue. So feeling more energetic. And this is what people are doing now. Before going to a drip, if you can take these IVs, it really increases or enhances your stamina, your well-being, and the fun you have in the trip. And when you are back, again, another one can actually boost the nutrients in your body, and the body feels again recharged. And that concept of a holiday after a holiday is now going away, and they're saying drip after a holiday is helps you get back to the office all fully charged and in good health.
Right, Dr. Preeti, you make it sound like it's almost routine for people getting it done. Not sure how one can actually say that. Could you tell us a little bit more about who should get this done? And also, it's a quick fix band-aid solution, right? It does not sort of change things internally for the long run.
I won't say it's actually a quick fix. The effect of an IV drip lasts for about 2 weeks. And there are people who get the feel of it and actually have to lead that, high-end lifestyle where you are sleeping late, getting up early, you're very ambitious, you have to achieve a lot. Then they get a membership of 2 drips a month. And I sometimes feel it's like going to a parlor and getting your hair cut or doing the routine things which you need to live a healthy life.
Do you think there should be age limits or restrictions around it? I ask because one of the things we covered that is accurate is that you have teens coming in, sometimes school students coming in, sometimes those in their early 20s, and these kind of treatments can often be used to offset, going out at night, partying late, maybe treating your body the way you shouldn't be treating it. What are your thoughts there?
So I don't recommend it for people less than 18 years unless there is a medical reason. I don't recommend this to become a routine for people. But yes, I strongly support this because a lot of chronic diseases can be avoided. And more than that, you can live at your full. There are people today who don't even know how they would feel when they are very energetic. Right? How does it feel to stay at the same energy level throughout the day? Not having those glucose crashes during the day and then going for a cup of tea or a coffee. And also these are nutrients which we get from food. So they are healthy. And if done under right guidance, they don't have any side effects. They are like, for example, if we talk about Mayor's cocktail, we give vitamin C, magnesium, B complex, with some other vitamins depending on how we want to customize it. Now, only if you take magnesium, you can get it from spinach, right? Palak. We all used to hear that story, Popeye the Sailor Man, right? And spinach was there. I remember, telling that story to my kids when they were young. Every time I had to make them eat spinach, right? Now, having 30 bowls of spinach, because the magnesium in spinach has gone down, our absorption and appetite has gone down. So the nutshell is that whatever we were able to get 20, 30 years back, we are not able to get the same nutrition in the day. So we need to find a way to get the same nutrition.
Yeah,
in fact, we are working more.
Like it's almost a supplement of sorts these days.
Exactly.
And, but the worry with that is, and just a little caveat over there, one must be sure how much magnesium is already in the body because an overdose also can be. Just putting out words of cautions over there. Dr. Saurabh Mandal has also been waiting and just want to get in a quick word from him. Dr. Mandal, you don't do a lot of these invasive therapies, you do a lot of physiotherapies and help people come, but are you seeing an influx of patients these days? It's the holiday season, it's the partying season after all. Are you getting a lot of people wanting to detox after a big night?
Definitely, people are coming to us. I'll also say that this is a party season and people are coming. They're coming just for the relaxations because after the late night parties, they just get headaches and they get hangovers. And the very next day, they're just coming to us. They are saying that after the last night party, I am very much drained. Can you please help us to rejuvenate our body?
Dr. Saurabh, tell us, and Dr. Preeti perhaps pitch in right after, but tell us about the price ranges involved, just so we can give our audience a taste. One session, what's the cost? Regular sessions with you, what are the costs?
Price ranges starts from 2,000 rupees per session, and it can extend it to 3,000 to 4,000 rupees a session. It depends what people need. Like if they're coming only to just relax the upper body, they just say, okay, I just want to get rid of this migraine, I just want to get rid of this headache, then the price range is different. And if they say just we want a general relaxation, I want to sleep here for another 1 hour or 2 hours, so that price range varies.
So going to a therapy session and then getting to sleep there, these sleep capsules, I heard they were a thing in Japan, but they're picking up in India. That's quite something. Dr. Preeti, then I have to come and ask you about this very interesting colon therapy that you have been speaking about. It is at the heart of how human body actually operates. What exactly happens in this colon cleansing?
The colon, we all know 80% of our bacteria, which tells us how healthy we are, is in a large colon. So in colon hydrotherapy, we use filtered water at 42 degrees centigrade and clean the colon 18 times in a 40-minute session. Now, especially the moment you started the session, I was hearing you were mentioning that AQI still is very high in Delhi.
Yeah.
Right? And so toxins, they all, stick in the colon. We have lot of stuck material there, which over the days and months keep making us sick. Now, during this colon therapy, all of that can be washed out. After that, you get a clean slate, you get a clean canvas, and you can write your health in it. When I say this, it means that you get one more opportunity to cleanse your lifestyle and to improve your eating habits. You have good probiotic foods, you have easy to digest foods, you sleep on time, and within 2 to 3 days, you can feel the difference in the energy in the skin. Your skin starts glowing. Your hair becomes better. Your sleep becomes better. And to the extent which I never realized, but 5 years back when I started doing this in my clinic, there were people who used to come after the session and say, we can meditate better now. Now that's so powerful, and it's a very simple, natural thing. And people are doing it. People are doing it post their travels, when they travel for more than 5 to 7 days. In this weather where the AQI is high, people are doing it, using it for detox. And combining this with far infrared sauna, right? Now, far infrared sauna, if I tell you the price point, it's just 1,200 to 1,500 rupees a session. And it works at your mitochondria level. Now, mitochondria is the engine of your cell. We all studied it in biology. I always thought we were taught in 8th or 9th class. I met a parent few weeks back and she said, now in 4th class, this is being taught what mitochondria is. Now, all our health conditions, all the fatigue, all the sickness, all the dark circles, dull skin is because of mitochondrial activity getting compromised. Now, this infrared sauna, it actually stimulates the mitochondrial health. It detoxifies the body. It makes you sleep better. It relaxes you. And really helps you get back the circadian rhythm.
What's the male to female ratio walking in for these treatments though? Tell us. We know that, we talked a little earlier about certain treatments that women are in particular going for that tighten their muscle structure, both in the face and in the body. But overall, are there treatments we're also seeing men opt for increasingly? What are the numbers like?
Yes. So I feel the numbers are almost similar now. The only difference I see is that males generally come with the fear of heart disease, and that's where we do IV chelation, where we take out heavy metals in the body by giving IV drips, right? Whereas women come more for collagen building, fairness, good hair, headaches, anti-aging. So, but I am seeing that a lot of men, even we do hydrofacials and peels and stuff like that for face. I'm seeing a lot of men walking in there too. It's not only a women's world now.
Yeah, I have a quick last minute, but I want to give a word of caution and hear that from Dr. Saurabh Mandal. Do you have any word of caution for those watching? It's in no way that we are propagating these treatments. We are saying, of course, go to your doctor and understand if this is right for you.
Yes.
Definitely, people should consult their physicians whenever they're going for this kind of treatments, because whenever we are inserting anything inside our body, it can produce certain side effects as well. Because everything is having their positive side and their negative side. So always before checking anything with anyone, I know everybody is expert in their field, but still before giving our body to anybody, please go and check everything with your general physician.
That's a good note to leave the discussion on, but so much really happening.
I want to add here.
Very quickly, ma'am. Yes.
Go to your functional medicine doctor. A lot of physicians still have to read about the newer things which are happening in the market.
I see.
And they are safe if done under right guidance.
If done under the right guidance with the right people at
Yes.
the right time.
Very important.
Lots of boxes to be ticked. So please ensure that you have expert advice. Don't believe us or don't believe anything else that any other pamphlet tells you. Thank you both for joining us with the very latest on these very fascinating treatments.
Yeah. Which especially I really want to circle back to what we were saying earlier. Holiday season, and it's really when I see people sometimes pushing their bodies beyond what their bodies will allow them. And then you see treatments like this. IV drips, though, have been around for a few years now.
But again, an overdose can be dangerous. So
Yeah,
one
of
has to
course.
be careful. One has to be careful about all these things. But let's move on from that and bring you some news that came in last evening, and this is about Shyam Benegal, much beloved director Shyam Benegal, someone often referred to as the force behind India's parallel cinema movement, passed away yesterday at the age of 90 in Mumbai. Now, Shyam Babu, as he came to be known as by his friends and collaborators, originated from what it comes to has been his middle name at the name, which is Middle Cinema as well. His work won 80 National Film Awards, and he received the Padma Bhushan back in 1991 and the Dadasaheb Phalke Award as well, India's highest award in films back in 2005.
Right, the filmmaker died due to chronic kidney disease, that's what we're hearing. So many of his films, so you have Bhumika, Junoon, Mandi, Mamo, Sardari Begum, they're all celebrated as classics, as searing social commentaries made with depth, with sensitivity, and as tributes continue to pour in. We thought director Shekhar Kapoor's words really put it beautifully. He said, Benegal would always be remembered as the man who changed the direction of Indian cinema.
That's so true. That's so true. All right, on that note, we're going to slip into a quick break. Coming up on the other side, there is a Pillbot that you need to know about. It's a tiny pill with a massive impact, which is non-invasive. Come right back on the other side for it.
But I will order federal workers to get back to the office in person or be terminated from the job immediately. And we will create the new Department of Government Efficiency headed by Elon Musk. And no, he's not taking the presidency. I like having smart people. You know, they're on a new kick. Russia, 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 Ukraine, 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 all the different hoaxes. And the new one is, President Trump has ceded the presidency to Elon Musk. No, that's not happening. But Elon's done an amazing job. Isn't it nice to have smart people that we can rely on? Right? Don't we want that? He's done a great job. Our citizens, we're going to protect our citizens. But no, he's not going to be president, that I can tell you. And I'm safe. You know why? He can't be. He wasn't born in this country. But the fake news knows that. No, he's a great guy, and we want to have him. Everybody, so many people are in this audience that have helped.
Donald Trump on Wednesday pressured his fellow Republicans in Congress to reject a stopgap bill that would prevent a government shutdown. The president-elect's intervention disrupts a bipartisan effort to keep the government funded past the end of the week. Trump instead urged Congress to pass legislation that would raise the debt ceiling, a politically difficult task. He also said lawmakers should strip out elements backed by Democrats, whose support would be necessary for passage. He warned that Republicans who vote for the current package could have trouble getting reelected, writing, quote, "Any Republican that would be so stupid as to do this should and will be primaried." Trump ally billionaire Elon Musk chimed in as well, pressuring Congress to reject the bill and saying that those who back it should be voted out of office. Musk spent more than $250 million to help Trump get elected and has been tasked by Trump to prune the federal budget. Right now, the bill would fund government agencies at current levels and provide $100 billion for disaster relief and $10 billion in farm aid. It also includes a wide range of unrelated provisions, such as a pay raise for lawmakers and a crackdown on hidden hotel fees. It does not cover benefit programs like Social Security, which continue automatically. Trump said Congress should limit the bill to temporary spending and disaster relief and also raise the government's borrowing authority. The next steps for Congress were unclear as of Wednesday night. However, a shutdown at this time would disrupt a wide range of services, from air travel to law enforcement, and the days leading up to the Christmas holiday.
Dankeschön für alles.
Welcome back to the Breakfast Club. Yesterday, all of the Delhi NCR region saw foggy grey outsides and there was a drizzle. For many of us, it felt like winters had formally started. But what does any of that mean for the AQI? Are we going to see the AQI improve in the next few days or does it stay the same? Sonal brings us a check-in and the numbers.
All right, surprisingly, numbers haven't become very better despite the rain, despite little drizzle, in fact, if you can call it that happened in spurts across Delhi NCR region, because numbers still tell a very bad story. 401, that's pretty much in a severe category. In fact, it was much worse yesterday in the evening and seems to be picking up now. But if you look at areas which have been most impacted, usually the patterns remain the same. In the range that they remain polluted remains the same as well. The one and only yellow dot that pops up on the Delhi map is actually in Faridabad, where it is below 150. That's the only part of Delhi NCR which is actually below 50. And how 150, then that's how sad it is at the moment. But overall, if you're looking to party tonight with Christmas Eve, the only sort of advice we have for you is to ensure that you have your N95 masks on and try to keep it indoors as well. Temperatures will continue to dip. Whether or not wind velocity picks up and clears out that pollution a little bit, we don't know. Meanwhile, also remember, for those stepping out today evening, GRAP 4 is still in place to ensure that you have the right vehicles to sort of ply you from one place to the other.
Okay, so moving on from that now, let's take you very quickly to something entirely different. Stories that are coming in from across the world. First, we're checking in on two adorable golden tigers. The visuals we're showing you on your screen right now, that's Ava and Luna. These are rare 3-year-old golden tigers, and they've stolen the spotlight at Chiang Mai Night Safari. This is with their dazzling, you could see them, golden coats and very, very cute kitten-like features. Apparently, the hearts of thousands of visitors from the world have been captured. Now, these twin sisters were born in captivity. They made their debut in the zoo in June. Their introduction to the public via social media sparked a frenzy of excitement. You have thousands of fans liking, sharing pictures and videos of this adorable duo.
One of the most active volcanoes in the world in Hawaii's Big Island sprung into action as it started to spew lava and volcanic gas. Look at those visuals now. The Hawaiian Volcano Observatory in report stated that it erupted at around 2 a.m. local time when it started to spew lava. However, the officials said there was no immediate danger to residents.
Russian scientists have displayed the remarkably well-preserved, these are the remains of a baby mammoth. Look at that. It was found in the permafrost-covered region of Yakutia in Siberia. This is a 50,000-year-old female mammoth's visuals that we're bringing you this morning on The Breakfast Club. It's been nicknamed Yana after the river in whose basin it was discovered this summer. Experts say it's the best preserved mammoth carcass in the world. Look at that. And it's one of only 7 whole remains that have ever been found.
And it is that time of the year. Santa Claus is now officially on duty as he hops on his sleigh and departs from the Arctic Circle hometown in North Pole to bring gifts around the world. So time to put on and put up all your socks and ensure that you're on the list, the nice one.
And as Santa is moving around the world in his sleigh, we've also got skippers and boats trying to do exactly that. This is the Vendée Global Sailing Race. It got in the Christmas spirit. 2 leaders continued their approach towards Cape Horn. Only a few miles between them. You have Charlie Dallin on one side, Johan Richomo on the other. They found time to put up some Christmas decorations amid all of that. They are due to go around Cape Horn. The Vendée Globe, which is the race we're talking about, it's one of sport's toughest challenges. It starts and ends its 24,000 nautical mile route, maybe comparable to Santa. It starts it in Les Sables d'Olonne in France, and it takes competitors through the Atlantic Ocean, around the southern capes of Africa, Australia and South America, and then back up to the Atlantic.
Phew.
On the show here today, we're not done focusing on cutting-edge technology in the health and the medical sector. What we're moving to next is a tiny device that is set to transform the world of medical diagnostics. What we're talking about today, just this small, is Pillbot. It's the world's first low-cost, disposable, remote-controlled endoscopy pill.
You heard that right. It's an endoscopy pill developed by the US-based company N18L. This robotic capsule is making its India debut at the AIG hospital in Hyderabad. Let's take a closer look at how this groundbreaking tech could actually change the way gastrointestinal examinations are done and performed.
In a landmark moment for medical science, India has witnessed the debut of Pillbot, a tiny, swallowable robotic capsule designed to improve gastrointestinal diagnostics. Developed by California-based NDATS, Pillbot eliminates the need for traditional invasive endoscopy procedures by offering a remote-controlled, high-resolution internal scan of the stomach. Before taking the Pillbot, patient only need to drink water to aid its journey through the digestive system. Once swallowed, the 13 mm by 30 mm capsule activates using its embedded camera and thrusters to navigate the stomach.
The robot that we put together is called Pillbot. Think of it like the tip of the endoscope. And it has similar things that the endoscope has. It has a camera, so you get a live video feed. There's a multi-flex circuit, so it has all the circuitry that is normally on the outside of the endoscope system. All of that capability is now built inside that tiny little robot. It has LEDs because in order to provide light inside the stomach. There's a data transceiver, so all the data transmits out wirelessly. And so that live video feed, there's no wires, all that transmits out directly to where the doctor is at, and he sees that live video feed.
Controlled remotely through a wireless device, even a smartphone, it provides real-time visuals to the doctors, allowing them to detect abnormalities like ulcers, bleeding, or other gastrointestinal conditions. After completing its task, the capsule naturally exits the body within 24 to 48 hours. With its promise of accessibility, affordability, and efficiency, Pillbot is poised to enhance gastrointestinal care globally. Bureau Report, CNN News 18.
Yeah. Okay, now to tell us more about all of this cutting-edge technology and its potential impact on healthcare in the Indian context, we're joined by the Padma Bhushan awardee, the chairman of AIG Hospitals, Dr. Nageshwar Reddy, with us this morning on the show. Dr. Reddy, thank you for joining us here on The Breakfast Club. Dr. Reddy, we believe you have the Pillbot handy. So if we could actually just start by sharing with our audiences what it looks like. And then also, Dr. Reddy, if we could ask you a little bit about the costs involved, because this is an interesting aspect of it. You don't need to actually go to hospital to see what's inside. I know doctors like you can access the visuals from home. So in one way, a patient is saving consultation costs, but also spending on the Pillbot. So how does the cost work?
So this is a very interesting technology, and this is the pill that we use. It's actually, if you see, it's very small, just like an antibiotic. And you see the lights coming there that are coming in this. Well, actually what happens is these are LED lights with the camera there on the top there. You swallow this pill, it goes inside the body, and then after it goes inside the body, the camera gets activated. There's batteries here, there's a transmitter here at the bottom. All this is technology packed into this. This transmits images by radio frequency to a television screen outside, or you can have a belt which actually receives all these images. Once it goes inside, it's a continuous video, approximately 60,000 frames we get throughout the gastrointestinal tract. This is a diagnostic pill that we got long back. This is very interesting because this was several years back, in late 1990s. Paul Swain, a friend of mine, a gastroenterologist in UK, was actually going in a flight and was sitting beside him Idan, a missile scientist from Israel. So Paul told him, look, you are developing missiles, why don't we do something like drones into the human body? And that's how the concept came. In 2000, Paul actually visited us and we gave him a lot of suggestions, and the first capsule endoscope, this was a refined version, now came, and in 2001 we introduced this at the AIG hospitals. We've been using this extensively to study the body, but the problem with this capsule is that it goes inside, goes by peristaltic waves. You can't control it. You get beautiful pictures, but you can't direct it to the place you want and do surgeries. So right now, all the surgeries are done with endoscopy, which is a long tube that you put inside, then you can see cancers, remove them and so on. This is a revolution, but still it involves this endoscope. So what happened was about in 2010 or 15, that period we developed a concept at AIG where we can use this capsule in a therapeutic form, like a small robot. So this is like a drone. Can we convert this into a robot? Yes, we did. We could convert this. I made a lot of films and cartoons. In fact, the original capsule was based on a movie called The Fantastic Voyage, which was made to show how a Russian spy who escaped from Russia, an American spy, had clots in the brain, and people were made into small miniatures, put in a capsule, sent to wipe it out. And that was the initial inspiration. But then when we made these films or cartoons where we showed that the capsule actually can go to the site of the lesion, do surgeries and remove them, Dr. Vivek Kumbari, who was a professor of gastroenterology at the Mayo Clinic, and Alex, who was a space scientist in Stanford, came together. They took these cartoons and asked me, can we take a permission to make something like this into an actual pill? And then they worked for it for a long time, almost now 8 or 9 years. Finally came out with this new Pillbot, which we demonstrated last week at the AAG. This is very unique. Actually, you swallow this capsule, and then it's got a, you can actually direct it, remote control using joysticks. You can joysticks, it can go like a submarine in the water. It finds the spot where this lesion is, and then actually you can now direct it wherever you want. So the next development is going to be into making it into do procedures. Actually, we can attach small arms to this, and with these arms it can cut the early cancers, or it can stop bleeds. All this technology is coming very fast. In fact, next year, middle of next year or later part of next year, we're going to have the first version commercially available, and the cost is going to be very cheap. The original capsule was costly because of all the technology. The current one, each capsule can be made for $35. Can you imagine $35, which is less than 5,000 rupees.
Yeah.
And once we attach therapeutic potentials, it's got a huge potential, because theoretically you can be sitting Sonal in Delhi, I can give you the capsule, and from Hyderabad I can control the capsule here, go to the spot where if you have a bleed or a early cancer and remove it from here. That's the potential it's got. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to revolutionize how we practice medicine. And in about 5 years' time, I can see that our practice, at least in gastroenterology, is going to be different from what we are doing right now. And also, I think this is going to spread to other specialties also, and we are going to get capsules in other areas. But this is just the beginning of a new revolution in medicine.
Dr. Reddy, a drone inside the body, it really does sound like a marvel. But tell us, at the moment, is this already in use in India, and who all can actually take advantage of this tech?
Currently, we are using this diagnostic capsule. It's available for everybody. But what we are going to, when this Pillbot comes, which is somewhere next year, it will be available. But what we are going to do is to do it in a very staggered fashion. Only some big institutions would have it to validate all the things that we are doing with this. And once we are very sure, it will be widely available. My belief is in 2 years' time, it will be available to anybody. Tomorrow, you can just go to a doctor and say, look, I want to see what's inside my body. Can you use this Pillbot and direct it towards whatever lesion? You should be able to do it. And finally, I see long term, where this can be available in supermarkets. You just put some coins or rupees or whatever it is, to get a Pillbot and put it into your body, and you can because it's very easy to direct it. It's like a submarine swimming in water. It's a small robot in the intestinal tract. You can direct it to wherever you want, and then do all sorts of surgical techniques to remove tumors and so on. So I think it's going to greatly enhance our capability to diagnose all these cancers or tumors, ulcers very early before they go into complication. And ultimately, it's going to save a lot of cost, because then you don't require hospitalization, all types of surgeries and so on.
Dr. Reddy, I was reading that experts and those who actually worked on this are also excited to see how AI will tie together with this. So, as AI itself develops, the ways in which it could tie together. Can you just explain that to us?
Yeah, that's a very interesting concept. What's going to happen is, right now it's a drone. It's going to become a robot soon, very soon. And then you add AI, it's a artificially intelligent robot. You can imagine what all we can do with it. For example, right now when we put this Pillbot, we have to search for the lesion. I have to see where the ulcer is, where the cancer is, and try and navigate it towards that. But if you have artificial intelligence will sense before itself. It doesn't take a long time. We'll immediately get to that spot. And once we see this tumor, the artificial intelligence, we are already doing it with our endoscopes. The artificial intelligence will tell us whether this is a dangerous tumor, whether it's an ordinary tumor which can be left alone, how deep should we cut to take it out, and so on. We are now doing it with a regular endoscope. It's called CADX and CAD-E, where we use this technology. But just imagine putting into a small capsule like this and using it, it's going to be remarkable in that sense. So artificial intelligence, robot is going to be the future, and not very long future, it's going to be very soon now coming.
Dr. Reddy, it's been an eye-opening chat trying to understand about this Pillbot. You're saying anywhere, and it's in the near future. Within the next 2 years, you're saying it's going to be available for all of us to sort of try on. That's equally fascinating. And can I just say it's equal measure fascinating and equal measure scary as well. So
and
let's
so
see.
Cool.
And let's see what actually comes out of it. Thank you so much for joining us with all the latest and giving us a glimpse of that Pillbot.
Okay, we're going to be taking you into a quick break. After that, from inside the human body, we're taking our audiences onto the roads. We're bringing you a review of the Mini Cooper S. Is it better because it's bigger? Is it the last of its kind? We're going to bring you a review, and Overdrive, of course, is also going to tell you the verdict. Should you go for it or not? Stay with us in just a few minutes.
Baba.
But I will order federal workers to get back to the office in person or be terminated from the job immediately. And we will create the new Department of Government Efficiency headed by Elon Musk. And no, he's not taking the presidency. I like having smart people. You know, they're on a new kick. Russia, 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 Ukraine, 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 all the different hoaxes. And the new one is, President Trump has ceded the presidency to Elon Musk. No, that's not happening. But Elon's done an amazing job. Isn't it nice to have smart people that we can rely on? Right? Don't we want that? He's done a great job. Our citizens, we're going to protect our citizens. But no, he's not going to be president, that I can tell you. And I'm safe, you know why? He can't be. He wasn't born in this country. But the fake news knows that. No, he's a great guy, and we want to have him. Everybody, so many people are in this audience that have helped.
Donald Trump on Wednesday pressured his fellow Republicans in Congress to reject a stopgap bill that would prevent a government shutdown. The president-elect's intervention disrupts a bipartisan effort to keep the government funded past the end of the week. Trump instead urged Congress to pass legislation that would raise the debt ceiling, a politically difficult task. He also said lawmakers should strip out elements backed by Democrats whose support would be necessary for passage. He warned that Republicans who vote for the current package could have trouble getting reelected, writing, quote, "Any Republican that would be so stupid as to do this should and will be primaried." Trump ally billionaire Elon Musk chimed in as well, pressuring Congress to reject the bill and saying that those who back it should be voted out of office. Musk spent more than $250 million to help Trump get elected and has been tasked by Trump to prune the federal budget. Right now, the bill would fund government agencies at current levels and provide $100 billion for disaster relief and $10 billion in farm aid. It also includes a wide range of unrelated provisions, such as a pay raise for lawmakers and a crackdown on hidden hotel fees. It does not cover benefit programs like Social Security, which continue automatically. Trump said Congress should limit the bill to temporary spending and disaster relief and also raise the government's borrowing authority. The next steps for Congress were unclear as of Wednesday night. However, a shutdown at this time would disrupt a wide range of services, from air travel to law enforcement, and the days leading up to the Christmas holiday.
Dankeschön für alles.
Welcome back, and we're taking you now, as we promised earlier, to the roads. We're putting the pedal to the metal with a legendary ride. This is the Mini Cooper S. It's a car that's been stealing hearts and scenes in Hollywood movies for decades.
But is it still the ultimate driving machine? Overdrive takes you to the 2024 Cooper S for a spin. Find out more.
Very few cars scream British opulence in the most obvious way. You have the Rolls Royces and the Bentleys, but come to think of it, Britain, just like India, has tight city roads. That's where this comes in. Now it's pretty debatable as to whether Mini is still British or is it considered German now, but I think that's a topic for another day. Today we're here to find out if this 2024 Mini Cooper S still drives like one of its predecessors, because let's face it, a Mini has always been a driver's car. Before we get into the car, let's get over with the basics. The Mini Cooper has grown up. It's gotten evidently larger over the generations, but the essence remains the same. The headlights, the grille, still as iconic as I remember, but the overall proportions have gotten a lot more bubbly. And I think that's where the BMW influence gets in. Nevertheless, the wheels, the 17-inch wheels, they look quite stunning, but in the side profile, I have a bone to pick with Mini. In the electric version of this car, you get flush door handles, but in this ICE version, you get these pop-out ones. How much money did you really save on that, Mini?
Over at the rear, things are simple. It gets a full LED treatment as well, and I'm so glad that Mini have done away with the Union Jack flag in the tail lights. A bit too much in my opinion. What isn't too much though is this color. It's called Sunny Side Yellow, making this look like the perfect breakfast run vehicle.
Mini has stepped up their interiors by a long shot, and that actually threatens other manufacturers, because just look at this bold move. Whoever in their right mind would have thought of putting a circular infotainment in their vehicle. And the best part is that this actually fits with the personality of the car. It uses an OLED panel, it's absolutely stunning to look at. The menus are laid out very well and it's very easy to use on the move. For that matter of fact, you don't even get instrumentation for the driver. All you get is a head-up display because everything is buried into the screen. It might be a little off-putting to look at the speed every time you look in the middle, but it's fine, it works really well. Another thing about this dash that I would like to say is this material used over here. It's not contemporary, it's I think made of recycled material, and my only thing is, how would you ever clean it? Because it's kind of a mesh.
If you ever feel like putting stuff in the boot, you might want to avoid carrying those extra passengers. As with all the seats in place, you only get 210 liters of boot capacity. It's only when you fold down the 60-40 split bench can you access the full 725 liters of space. Now, let's get to my favorite part.
Now the best part about the Mini Cooper can only be experienced from the driver's seat. When I say experience, I mean that in the most literal term. But more on that in a minute. Now this 2-liter 4-cylinder engine is quite a joy to put to the test. It might only produce 204 PS on paper, which isn't the most ludicrous number, but keeping this car's form factor in mind, it is a total hoot. You don't even have to tap the accelerator pedal flat on the floor. Just a slight tap and this thing's gone in the wind.
The Harman Kardon sound system serves a very important role in this powertrain, and that is pumping in engine noise into the cabin. Something most people believe is in poor taste, but I don't mind it at all. I believe it enhances the driving experience.
Coming back to the experiences bit, Mini has not given this any driving modes. Instead, you get experiences. You get stuff like Vivid and Green and Core, and there's a bunch of them, but what you need to know is that there's just one that feels drastically different from the remaining, and that would be the go-kart mode. The throttle gets more sensitive, the suspension feels noticeably more stiff, and all of a sudden you feel like you are driving a go-kart on the streets. The car also feels effortlessly agile. There is a bit of understeer too, but it's not the kind that would jump scare you. It's just the right amount that would keep you engaged and put a big fat smile on your face. Pretty much like the one that you see on mine right now. Now the ride quality is just about all right. It does well in the city for everyday driving, but keep a lookout for those larger potholes as this thing might just bottom out.
Alright, next we bring you a special section on the financial markets. It's powered by Money Control Pro, Money Control's premium destination for investing and business insights. Let's take a look first at markets in general. GIF Nifty suggests a flat start to Indian equities as we speak today. Asian markets opened higher through lackluster volumes. This is obviously ahead of holiday season. Gold prices opened marginally higher in early trade. Crude oil prices are up on the back of strong US economic data.
Let's move on to sectors now. The one in focus this morning. Global spending on pharmaceutical and R&D is more than $277 billion as of 2023 as per Frost and Sullivan. Now, the average cost of development and commercializing a new drug today exceeds about $1 billion per drug, which is about 10 times higher than in 1970s. High cost is due to rising complexity of drug discovery and development processes requiring significant investment in research. High manufacturing costs and limited capacity bandwidth for the biotech pharma companies explains the growing importance of outsourcing of these activities. Now you can log into Money Control Pro to find out more about India's pharmaceutical sector and various other actionable insights on the markets. It's a premier destination for all the investing views and financial insights you will ever need, brought to you by Money Control. And with that, another programming note, India, it's that time of the year again. The Indian of the Year awards are back. This is your chance to celebrate the visionaries, icons making India proud. From trailblazing business leaders to inspiring youth icons, entertainers, sports legends, change makers, these incredible individuals have left their mark, inspiring millions worldwide.
You can show your support by voting for your favorite Indian at indianoftheyear.com. Together, we can honor India's pride, the world's inspiration. RP Sanjeev Goenka Group presents CNN News 18, Indian of the Year 2024. And with that, we're drawing our show to an end. It's just a few hours before Christmas dawn. I'm very excited for this, we can tell.
Ours. मतलब एक दिन है.
But अभी जाके वही तो करने वाले हैं. You know, now it's time for gifts. You sit around, you eat into tomorrow, morning and afternoon. We hope you have a lovely day through the day today. From our side, Merry Christmas.
That's right. And tomorrow when we are back, if you are looking for some last minute Christmas fix, it could be about food, it could be about decor, it could be about Christmas games and stories. Well, we've got you covered. We are not going anywhere. We'll be right here 8 o'clock in the morning to take you through all the Christmas cheer and ensure you have a merry one. Until then, stay healthy. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Baba.
but I will order federal workers to get back to the office in person or be terminated from the job immediately. And we will create the new Department of Government Efficiency headed by Elon Musk. And no, he's not taking the presidency. I like having smart people. You know, they're on a new kick. Russia, 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 Ukraine, 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 all the different hoaxes. And the new one is President Trump has ceded the presidency to Elon Musk. No, that's not happening. But Elon's done an amazing job. Isn't it nice to have smart people that we can rely on? Right? Don't we want that? He's done a great job. Our citizens, we're going to protect our citizens. But no, he's not going to be president, that I can tell you. And I'm safe, you know why? He can't be. He wasn't born in this country. But the fake news knows that. No, he's a great guy, and we want to have him. Everybody, so many people are in this audience that have helped.
Donald Trump on Wednesday pressured his fellow Republicans in Congress to reject a stopgap bill that would prevent a government shutdown. The president-elect's intervention disrupts a bipartisan effort to keep the government funded past the end of the week. Trump instead urged Congress to pass legislation that would raise the debt ceiling, a politically difficult task. He also said lawmakers should strip out elements backed by Democrats whose support would be necessary for passage. He warned that Republicans who vote for the current package could have trouble getting reelected, writing, quote, "Any Republican that would be so stupid as to do this should and will be primaried." Trump ally billionaire Elon Musk chimed in as well, pressuring Congress to reject the bill and saying that those who back it should be voted out of office. Musk spent more than $250 million to help Trump get elected and has been tasked by Trump to prune the federal budget. Right now, the bill would fund government agencies at current levels and provide $100 billion for disaster relief and $10 billion in farm aid. It also includes a wide range of unrelated provisions, such as a pay raise for lawmakers and a crackdown on hidden hotel fees. It does not cover benefit programs like Social Security, which continue automatically. Trump said Congress should limit the bill to temporary spending and disaster relief and also raise the government's borrowing authority. The next steps for Congress were unclear as of Wednesday night. However, a shutdown at this time would disrupt a wide range of services, from air travel to law enforcement, and the days leading up to the Christmas holiday.
Dankeschön für alles.
Good morning, viewers. Hello and welcome to the Morning News Show, where we bring you the latest headlines and insightful stories to kickstart your day. I'm Karina Sharma and you are watching CNN News 18. First up on top of this bulletin, we're tracking some updates on growing drug menace in Jammu and Kashmir. Now, Jammu and Kashmir is facing a serious challenge with a sharp escalation in drug abuse, and this would certainly be one of the first challenges the newly elected government has on its hands. Now, from 289 cases in 2020 to 394 cases in 2022, the rise in cases is worrying, but the government